Well, good morning, folks. Okay, I come out here this morning and it's always a concern, like when it's cold and you're painting with acrylic or enamel. It's very different with the two-pack paint. Like a two-pack paint will dry hard within a couple of hours, so once you get past that, there's no issues. But with acrylics and with enamels, when it gets cold overnight, like the first night after you painted something, I've had times where I've come out in the morning, like it's looked fine when I've gone to bed, and I've come out in the morning and it's all frosted over and gone opaque, and sometimes you can buff it out, and sometimes, well, you can always buff it out, but sometimes it just keeps reappearing, and it gets to a case where the only thing you can really do is respray it. So yeah, it's always a worry, and I get up this morning and I'm concerned because I don't know what I'm going to find when I come out here. But and this is really, really pleasing. This looks way better than it did last night. I'm trying to think of what differences, because it's the same paint as I put on the Barger. The Barger come out really orange peel. Before I could buff it, I had to cut it back with 2,000 grit emery, and I never even got it finished because it just got sick of doing it. Got it to where it looked reasonable and left it. So I never even finished buffing the actual Barger itself. But I was concerned when I was spraying it. I think one of the main differences, I didn't actually thin it quite as much with this one. It was a bit thick, and it wasn't atomizing that well out of the gun. It was a bit lumpy, and it didn't have an even shine all the way across it, like as I was spraying it. And because you always get this, with a high pressure gun, like I'm running 50 pound on this gun. It's a very old gun, and you get a lot of overspray which settles on it and interrupts your shine, makes your shine uneven and whatever as you're spraying it. So I was a bit concerned about how it would turn out, but this is flattened off really, really well. And look at it, like it's still a bit dull. It's got a shine on it, but it's still a bit dull. But it's flattened out so well. I probably won't even need to put a machine on this. I'll probably just hand buff it. There's always a concern with the machine, like especially when you got ridges and things like that. You run over with the ridge, and then trying to do this bit, you end up rubbing through the edge, and well, when I say end up, you can if you're not real careful. So but I don't think there's any need to put a machine on this. This is just going to be a quick hand buff. It's come up really, really well. It's flattened right out. Yeah, very pleased with this. So we've got a little bit of a shine on it. It's looking really good. The problem with having a shine, as you can see, whether you can see, we're still a little bit uneven there. Preparation wasn't as good as it could have been, but we tried. In view of how bad this actually was, and how much puttied area there was. So you sort of, because I'm not a professional either, so I've got to expect some of it to not be that great, but overall, looking at it from this angle, the roof looks good. So yeah, there's a couple of spots there. As I said, I probably will touch it up at some time in the future. Correct a few bits that stand out, but yeah, overall, yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, as I said, this is going to be a quick video, so we'll leave it short. I think, even after what I said yesterday about waiting for a whole day, I think I'm going to put the guards on today. I will leave it till a few more hours. I mean, I got to go out and chop wood, so that's the priority at the moment. But I'm sitting here looking at it and thinking, well, you know, the risk of them falling off the milk crates and getting damaged and scratched. I mean, the two hatch covers, I can stand them up on the hinges, lean them up against the wall, and it won't be an issue. But the guards, you know, if I'm working in here doing something else, I'm manoeuvring around, you know. If I bump it, it's falling on the ground, it's scratched, it's damaged. So, yeah, the safest place for the guards is to actually put them on the trailer. So, yeah, I will do that today. It also means I can, you know, tonight I can go on with wiring up the lights and doing that sort of stuff. So, yeah. But anyway, as I said, I'm rather impressed with the way that's flattened out. I didn't think it was going to do that when I was spraying it, because it was coming out quite lumpy. But yeah, I think the main difference too is I did paint the barger in the summertime when it was warm, whereas yesterday was a fairly cold day. I think we had a top of 14C, and I mean, I did get it back in here pretty quick and got the fire going and got it up to around 25, but I think that the dry time turned out to be a bonus, allowed it to flatten off. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep it short, and we'll also keep you updated, and we'll start getting it assembled soon and getting it finished. Okay, well, thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.